Okay.
Question on the topic.
Thank you so much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Khairul Bashar. I come from Riau. I am university student focused on Islamic education. My question is, what is the right of commentary or what is the right understanding for Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter number 5, verse number 51, that is, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu la tattakhidul yahuda wan nasara awliya. What is the right of understanding for our awliya for this verse? Thank you so much.
The brother has asked a question which comes in every question answer session in Indonesia from the time I'm here. What is the understanding of the verse of the Quran of Surah Ma'idah chapter 5 verse number 51? Allah says in the Quran in Surah Ma'idah chapter number 5 verse number 81 that let not the believers, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you believe, take not for awliyas, awliya is Arabic word, which means friend, helper, protector, the Jews or the Christian. Do not take for awliya the Jew or a Christian, Yahud or Nasara, because they are awliya unto themselves. Means they are friends, protectors and supporters to themselves. Anyone who does this is in the wrong. This verse is very explicit and very clear that Allah is telling the Muslims. This verse doesn't specifically refer only to leaders. Most of the people think it's only talking about elections. It's not talking about, it can include, it does include, not can, does include. It's talking general, that as for taking awliya, awliya is the Arabic word which means friend, protector or helper. If you want to take any protector or helper, don't take the Yahud and Nasara. They are Yahud and Nasara are awliya among themselves. If you do, you will become one of them. If you take them as your protector, you become one of them. Now this verse is not as famous as the other verses of the Quran. The best commentary of the Quran is the Quran itself. Then comes the authentic hadith. Allah says in Surah Imran chapter 3 verse number 28, let not the believers take for awliya, take for friends, helpers or protectors, unbelievers, mushrik, in preference to the believers. Don't take for helpers, protectors and friends, non-Muslims, in preference to Muslim. Anyone who does this, Allah's help will not come to you, except by way of warning. That means if you choose, if you have a choice between a Muslim and non-Muslim, for a awliya, for a friend, for a protector, for a leader, do not take the non-Muslim rather than the Muslim. If you do that, Allah's help will not be with you, except by way of warning. Allah repeats the message in Surah Nisa, chapter 4, verse number 144, several places. Allah says, let not the believers take for awliya, a friend, a protector, a helper, an unbeliever in preference to a believer, a non-Muslim in preference to a Muslim. Anyone who have done, the wrath of Allah will be there. It is very clear cut. Let me tell you, this verse of the Quran is not specifically talking about leaders. It is talking about general. Leaders are included. And if you read the teachings of Ibn Hanbal, may Allah have mercy on him, he said that Abu Musa al-Ashari, may Allah be pleased with him, one of the Sahaba, he approached Hazrat Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, the second caliph of Islam, and told him, I have a Christian as my scribe. Scribe, the one who writes. Some of the translations say, as an accountant. Accountant. He told Abu Musa al-Ashari, may Allah be pleased with him, one of the Sahabas, tells to the second caliph of Islam, Hazrat Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, I have a Christian as one of my scribes. So Hazrat Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, he replies, that what is wrong with you? May Allah bring death on you. How can you take a Christian as a scribe? Don't you know what Allah has said? And he recites the verse of Surah Ma'idah, chapter 5, verse number 51. Hazrat Umar, may Allah be pleased with him. Ya alladhina amanu, oh you believe, take not for awliya the Jews and the Christian. They are awliya among themselves. And if you do that, you will become one of them. He said, don't you have a Hanif? Don't you have a Muslim? Abu Musa al-Ashari, may Allah be pleased with him, replies, Ya Amirul Mu'mineen, he is very beneficial to me and he keeps to his faith. The Sahaba replies to Hazrat Umar al-Amirul Mu'mineen that he is very useful for me. That means he knows the accounts very well. Another saying says, there is no one better than him. And he keeps to his faith. That means he is not interfering with us. Hazrat Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, he replies that when Allah has humiliated them, I will never honor them. When Allah has humiliated the Christians, I will never honor them. This is the second caliph of Islam. Leave aside a leader. I know this question is asked. I'm wondering why is everyone asking this question. Then I came to know that there is an election now in Jakarta for the governorship. One Christian and one Muslim is standing. I don't know any of them. Here, Hazrat Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, tells you cannot keep an accountant. Leave aside governor. Governor is very big. He objects to Abu Musa al-Ashari, may Allah be pleased with him, and he tells him to remove him. He says, may Allah bring death to you. Imagine, Amirul Mu'mineen, Hazrat Umar, radiyallahu an, he is telling, what is wrong with you? May Allah bring death on you. Strong words. Narrated by Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. To appoint an accountant, and the Muslims of Indonesia want to appoint a governor. I was there in Bandung, and one lady, again, deviated Muslim, born in Muslim family, proud to be an atheist, says, but that Christian is more beneficial. I said, what benefit? He removes poverty. He's getting more benefit. Maybe he's giving more money. Maybe. Someone told me they give money for you to vote. I tell there are three conditions. I don't know both of them. But I know for sure, one is a Muslim, one is a Christian. There can be three conditions. Maybe the Muslim is better than the Christian. Maybe both are same. Maybe Christian is better than the Muslim. In the first case, if Muslim is better than the Christian, you have to vote for the Muslim. There is no logic in not voting for